What's up guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Bright and I'm back again with another video, but this time we're answering your questions and let's just get into it.
The Jack Refix.
Okay, so if you have not seen the video I posted a while back, which is titled How to Become an Interior Decorator, this video might not make sense, but it still could be for you. I received quite a few of the same questions, and if I received that many of the same questions, I'm assuming a lot of you also have the same questions, and I just want to address a couple of them and just kind of clarify for those who are still kind of confused. So the very first one I kind of want to touch on is what is an interior decorator, and I took, the liberty of going to our special friend Google to ask this question just so I can see what you see when you Google it, because I did Google this when I first was looking into this field. Like, what is it? Like, what am I signing up for? And the first thing it says, the special skills. Interior decorators are all about aesthetics. They can handle tasks such as selecting color schemes, purchasing new design items, arranging furniture layouts, hanging wall art. Think of them as an expert who can help you bring an entirely new look to your existing space. This, I would say, is a good indication as to what an interior decorator is, but I don't think this is the best indication as to what an interior decorator is, because in reality there is so much more to an interior decorator than this. The things that you do as an interior decorator goes beyond how it's like. It sounds so simple, but these tasks take a lot out of someone. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of learning to be able to do this and do it very well. And so yes, there is the aesthetics that come that goes with being an interior decorator for sure, but in reality, knowing how to pair to put certain items together to create a very specific cohesive space is difficult. Being able to create certain atmosphere. There's a reason why, lots of hospitals have a lot of white. There's a reason why certain colors are prominent in very specific spaces. There's a reason why for all those things, and you learn that as an interior decorator, so you're able to be an expert in the field. You're able to do the job as well as you possibly can, because it's not just about aesthetics. Let's just conclude this. If I were to put it in a perfect circle and bubble, interior decorators, in my opinion, create spaces that are impactful. They create spaces that leave a lasting impression. A designer has been in there. Don't ever say that the job is not as important. Don't ever say it's such a little task you're doing, because that little task, not everyone can do it. And because you can do it, it's special and you should cherish it. You should keep working hard to keep getting better at it. But it's not just putting pillows on a sofa. It's not just putting pretty colors together. It's a lot deeper than that. The next thing is the difference in studying interior design versus decorating. So I kind of touched on this before, but the real big difference between interior decorator and interior design is with an interior decorator, you're studying more residential spaces, and interior design studies more commercial spaces. All the skills an interior designer is going to learn, interior decorators, you also learn them. You learn the basics. Interior designers are going to spend 4 years doing a certain program. Might do, spend even longer learning different parts of the field to get better at it. That's a personal preference and choice. Doesn't mean the interior decorator who spent 1.5 years in school can't accomplish what that designer has done. Absolutely can. With the interior decorator, if you're applying to an architectural firm, interior design firm, whatever the firm is, they might be asking for an interior designer to join their team. Doesn't mean the road for you to become this big designer is so narrow. It's wide enough for you to get in there. You just gotta put yourself in. There is a job for you out there. You just have to get it. You don't feel like, because, oh, I only know this, they know more, I can't do it. No, yes, you can. You absolutely can. You just walk in there and you show them what you've got, and they're gonna be like, oh, respect. Right. Next thing I have here is, do I need to be excellent at math and drawing to be an interior decorator or interior designer? Honey, no you do not. I'm just realizing I finished my wine a while back. Back to what I was saying. No, you do not need to know how to do math, and you don't have to be the best sketcher person who, you know, renders to save the world. No, you don't need to know how to do it. I'm telling you right now, I walked into school with very little knowledge on anything sketching, anything drawing, anything with paints, markers, anything with to do with math. Very little. I had been out of school, high school for 4 years, and that was the time I had spent doing that stuff previously. So walking in, I felt like I was gonna come in here and everyone's gonna be better at me. I'm gonna suck. I'm gonna be the worst one here. When in fact, everyone walked in there just as nervous, just as scared. Very little skills, just as you had. Maybe there's the one or two kids. There's always the one or two kids who know what they're doing. But I'm telling you right now, you're gonna learn at such a speed, you're not even gonna even comprehend how you understand it so fast or how you're able to do it so fast. But you're gonna spend time working and developing those skills. That time, in 2 months, you're gonna look back at your work and say, whoa, I didn't even know I can do that. For example, in my school, I had my lovely professor. I loved her so much. Some profs are not so great in bringing your anxiety down when you don't know how to do certain things. I will give that to a lot of profs. They do bring your anxiety up, but sometimes they push you. Sometimes it gets your butt going in trying to learn and being better at what you do. So I walked into our sketching class not knowing anything about design and how to draw. And I remember our teacher just trying to explain to us that drawings are nothing but lines. All the sketching are nothing but lines. You just sometimes, if you're not, our brains are so used to seeing certain, like let's say you're trying to draw a face, or trying to draw that becomes very difficult because you're trying to almost make it as perfect as possible and get those lines as curved as possible. But our brain is so used to seeing certain figures. I hope I'm really explaining this properly, but what I'm trying to say is our brain can get so tricked and get confused looking at the sketch of a person or looking at a person and trying to replicate that. Not everyone can, you know, do that. And so our teacher, what she does is she made us flip the image upside down. And now when we look at the picture, we no longer see a face and all we see are lines. And when you just draw the lines as you see them, when you flip the picture back up, you realize you've drawn exactly what you saw, because you're no longer looking at something for what it was. You're looking at it a little bit differently, and you're able to create the exact same thing. So you're gonna learn different tricks and things on how to draw that is gonna make you a better sketcher, being able to represent your ideas on sketching. You're gonna be able to put your ideas down on paper. That's what I'm trying to say. You're gonna be able to put your ideas down on paper, render. You're gonna be able to do that really quickly because you're gonna spend time doing it. You're gonna get really good at it. So don't feel like you need to have known how to draw for it to save your life. Also with math, you don't do a lot of math. You really do not. You will learn how to look at a ruler. A lot of things on AutoCAD is already done for you. So we're in a technology advanced world. So you don't feel like you need to know all the math, but you need to know the basics. 2 + 2, you can do it. Just count it and you're fine. With the ruler, I didn't understand the ruler to save my life. I kind of touched on this in my last video, but I got a tutor to help me explain the ruler. Once I understood the ruler, drafting was easy to me. So math is you're not going to be doing complicated math. I'm telling you that right now. You're going to measure length, width, depth, height. Maybe you start getting into more numbers when you start looking at sizes of pieces of wood in like a frame of a structure of a home. Maybe you start getting into those kind of numbers, but it's not hard physics math or rise over run, x plus y. It's none of that. So you're fine. So the other question was, which school did I attend and where I recommend going? So I went to Humber College, which is technically a college and a university. Why did I choose Humber? I chose Humber because It was a nicer looking campus than a lot of the campuses I saw online because I was viewing this from Winnipeg. So in Humber, I selected it because it was really close to it was close to Toronto. It was also very close to, I would say the design world is a lot larger here than it is in Winnipeg. I chose a school that I feel like when I graduated while I was here, I was able to get as much involved into the design world as possible. Well, at least as much as I wanted to. I wasn't limited. So that is the reason I chose Humber. Where I recommend going is, I don't want to tell you where to go because I think everyone has different, they want different things from going to design school. Not everyone goes to design school to become an interior decorator. I wanted to be in a school that at least allowed me to learn as much as possible from it. So I would say look into the school, look at what they offer, look at who they partner with, look at where it's located, look at the facilities itself. Because sometimes campus food sucks. So honestly, look at the school. Make sure you're gonna enjoy yourself in school because you're gonna be there for a while. You're gonna spend a lot of time there. So make sure it's a school that you actually like. Don't worry about who's going with you. Don't worry about friends because you're gonna be in an environment where everyone's there for the same purpose, or at least very similar goals, that you're gonna meet very like-minded people and they're gonna help you. So choose wisely. Also advise, choose very wisely who you associate yourself with when you get into school. So those are just a couple questions that I kept receiving in regards to the video I posted. I really hope that this was semi-educational. It was kind of helpful. It kind of helped clear some thoughts and make you feel a bit more knowledgeable in certain things. But if you still have some more questions about all these and still want to know more, a little bit more detail, let me know. Leave me a comment down below. I'll keep answering. If it requires me making a video and getting a bit more in detail, I'll happily do that. But with that said, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below because it really does support my channel. Also, don't forget to like the video and turn on the notifications so you also know when I'll be posting another video. But I'll see y'all later.
Refix.